Well, we are talking turkey today. We are going to make a Thanksgiving turkey. So first I'm going to clean it by just rinsing it off. And we need to get all of the extra parts out. This is the neck. And on the other end of the cavity, you have the giblets. Frankly, I never use any of this stuff that they give you, but I know that you can. You can make gravy out of it. You can put it in your stuffing. So I'm going to rinse out the cavity now that I took all that out. And now we're going to pat it dry. So today we're making a Thanksgiving turkey. Typically, I do not cook my turkeys like this. I usually cook my turkeys in a lot of water so that I can use all of the meat from the turkeys for soups and casseroles and all kinds of things like that. But, you know, turkey is the main attraction at Thanksgiving, so it's good to know how to cook one of those. So we're going to put him right here in the rack. Now I'm going to very carefully take the legs out because we're going to stuff this turkey today. And I am stuffing it with Mrs. Martin's potato bread stuffing. I made this yesterday and we're going to stuff the turkey with that today. So I'm just taking some handfuls and putting it in the crevice, just like that. I have a 12-pound turkey here, and you need to thaw out the turkey. That's one of the biggest mistakes. People do not allow enough time to thaw their turkeys. You should be thawing it in the refrigerator, not on the counter. And you need to plan one day for every 4 to 5 pounds. And frankly, mine never thaw enough, so go with the 4 pounds and plan ahead and have that extra day. So I have a 12-pound turkey here, and I've been thawing it for 4 days. And it worked out pretty well. All right, so I'm stuffing the turkey, but I'm not putting too much stuffing in because that stuffing is going to expand whenever it cooks. So you don't want to get too much in there. And I'm going to very carefully put the legs back underneath this little bit of skin. So that makes it nice and pretty. Now, I'm also going to take the wings and just tuck them right underneath the legs. So he's really nice and pretty when we take him out of the oven. This wing wants to take back a little bit. There we go. All right. So, to get the turkey ready for the oven, I'm going to brush on some butter. Later, this is going to help make it nice and brown. I'm going to start out by putting some foil on the turkey to help it get done, and then let it get brown towards the end. Now, some people do it opposite, but this is how I do it because I like to make sure that the meat's all done. And you can always turn on the broiler if it's not real brown in the end. Okay, got him covered with some butter there. And we want to make sure we don't forget the salt. When I used to work in a deli, we used to cook 6 turkeys at a time, and we did not stuff them. We just covered them with a lot of salt and a lot of water and put them in the oven. Okay, now I'm adding my broth to my pan, and what this is going to do is help keep the turkey moist. And later on, we're going to use this broth for some basting. I didn't quite have enough there, so I'm adding some water. Okay, so I have my oven preheated to 350, and I'm going to put the turkey in the oven, and in 45 minutes I'm going to take it out and baste it. So I'm covering it with foil and putting it in the oven. And then we're going to take it out. Okay, it is time to check on our turkey. Remember, we're baking it at 350, and this is a 12-pound turkey, so you want to bake it for 13 minutes per pound. So we're going to bake for a little bit over 2.5 hours. And what I'm doing now is I'm going to baste the turkey. We're going to put some juice on the top just to keep it nice and moist. Now I started out with foil, but I think I'm going to put him back in without foil, let him start browning up a little bit. You see the legs are getting a little brown there where they were sticking out underneath the foil. Get them all nice and moist here. Now a lot of people talk about making a Thanksgiving turkey, and there's so many different ways, and they're all good. But I think it's also intimidating because it can be pretty simple, just the way I'm showing here. You know, a little bit of butter, a little bit of stuffing, and just make sure the turkey meat stays nice and moist while you're cooking it, and it'll be a really good meal. So I talked before about how I cook turkeys all year round for the meat and to make all different kinds of recipes. I'm not a professional chef. I'm just a mom trying to make meals for my family. And you know, I cook my turkey's breast down, and that way the breast meat stays in the juice the whole time while it's cooking. But it's for a different occasion. Alright, well, I am going to put him back in the oven again at 350 for another 45 minutes, and then we will baste again. Okay, we have a second check on our turkey. We're going to do some basting again. We are over halfway done baking, roasting our turkey. Still want to make sure that we keep it good and moist. Make sure the meat has a lot of juice in it. So we're basting it again. Making sure we get all over the bird. See, it's starting to brown up really nice now. It's really looking good, and it really smells delicious. Sorry we don't have smell-o-vision today, but I'm telling you, it does smell delicious. All right, we're taking the turkey out of the oven for the last time, I hope. Don't forget, we want our stuffing to be at least 165, so we are there. And we want to make sure that the meat in the thigh is at 180. So we are at 186 and climbing. So this turkey is done. Look at that nice brown color. So you just place it on the platter and have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving meal. I'm going to serve this with Mrs. Martin's potato bread stuffing. Don't forget to watch the video on how to make that, and some turkey gravy, which we will also have a video for.